Okay, this position came up in a game I was playing and I thought it was pretty interesting. I wasn't sure what to do, and if, for example, I did something random, like push a pawn, I was afraid that eventually the opponent would do something like this, and they could end up with a knight eventually attacking this c-pawn. So what I decided to do is actually to go rook f3, and my long-term idea was to somehow checkmate the guy. But to safely make this move, I had to calculate the opponent's options. I know the king can't go this way, because that's forced checkmate. I can go rook here, king, and then checkmate. And the same thing happens if they go up. Rook, move, checkmate. I realized they can move the king downwards. And then what I had to consider in that spot is pawn g4. Here, if they take the pawn, I can take their rook. They could take my rook, and then I would take theirs. And this is a winning endgame. Otherwise, they can move the king. If they go down, I thought that was no good because I can give a check that wins a rook. If they go back to where they were, that's no good because I can win their rook. It's completely trapped. And if they go over here, it's no good because I can also fork them. So that made me realize they absolutely can't move their king down. Then I'm like, okay, what if instead of that, they do a random rook move, like rook h7? Well, then I can give a check. And if they move down, I can eventually checkmate them like this. They would have to go here, and then that would be checkmate. If they go up, that's immediately checkmate. And if they go f7, I can fork them with the knight. So that eliminates h7. If they go e7 with the rook, then I can give a check. And they can't go to the h file for the same reasons. So if they go f7, I can give a check. Their only move is e8. I can give another check, and the only realistic move is d7, and that's checkmate. So then I realized, okay, e7 is eliminated. What if they decided to go d7? Then I can give a check. They can't go to the h file, or I'll checkmate them. If they go e7, I can give a check. Only move is this one. Then I can give another check, and I'll eventually win the knight on the back rank. So going back, that eliminates king moves and rook moves. All that's left are pawn or knight moves where they kind of ignore my rooks. And if they do that, for example, they can take a pawn, I can take back, and let's say, for example, they do move their knight. Then again, I can give a check. This is probably the best move here. I give another check, and it's checkmate. So I hope you guys like this. I wanted to share it because I did a ton of calculation before I decided to make a simple rook move.